in life. Like, he's been through a lot of big life things. We both have. Because if you started in 2009, did my dad already die?
Yeah. But I think it was like recently.
Yeah, because I think my dad died but he's lost his dad. He had a big separation. I had back surgery. I mean, a lot. We went through a lot.
I forgot about the back surgery.
Are we filming? Oh.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's been a lot that's happened. I was talking with someone today who really wants to learn how to grow in his career, and we were talking about how do you like balance or separate like work and life, and I think that's like a really hard. I don't know that you can. I mean, I don't think that balance looks like it's 50-50. I think you're all in to one thing or the other, and it kind of is like this all the time. But I think having that responsibility and wanting to show up every day and do 100% like the best you can, that is one of the ways you go about that.
It's just a huge commitment. Like, I mean, he's pretty much he has followed me for the last, and it's been rough. Like, the past few years have been holy hell. But I remember I feel like I knew where you wanted to be. Like, you ultimately want to be a COO of an IMB.
Yeah, and I think that when you're going through your career, like, you have to make choices. I remember early on at Van Dyke when I was asked to become the closing manager there, and I said no to that job because I felt like that would pigeonhole me and like keep me in just one space of the business, and like I don't like that. I like to learn it all, not do it all, but just I'm really curious, I think, by nature, and I want to understand how all the pieces come together, and
I don't care. I just want it to work. Which is good. But
here are the pieces.
But no, together. I mean, just trusting somebody with you say the life-work balance, like work, for all intents and purposes, provides the life that we have.
Yeah.
And just trust, like, there's not one single thing I can honestly say today that I don't. If he's doing it, I do not worry. I do not have any questions that it's going to be done right. I don't have any fear that he's not considering sales, which he's like my biggest asset when I recruit people. I'm always like, do you want to just talk to Rich? Because you'll know right away that we have somebody that is very unusual in that totally understands the sales part of it, which I think is probably the biggest blessing going backwards, that you had so much involvement in sales.
I do, and I think that one of the ways that I've also changed the most is I've become more comfortable, not just with sales, but in sales too. Like, if I had to go and sell, like, I really do feel like I could do that now.
We went through something kind of personal. Like, when I met Rich, my son had just come back from Italy and was trying to come out to my husband and I. And it was kind of crazy because he basically told my son, like, your mom is going to be totally fine with this. And he didn't really, I guess he doubted it. You know what I mean? So we instantly had like a bond in that. I remember we were at lunch and you said you had a partner. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like, tell me more about him or whatever. And maybe you thought I wouldn't be that. I don't know. But Jake definitely didn't think I was going to handle it as well as we did. And we did. So that became an instant bond just for him helping, and probably one of the hardest times in Jake's life, I would think, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jake's been through it, but.
Yeah.